Hey guys, welcome. See if I can get this up on here. We'll give it a minute or two and see if we get some people logged on. Make sure when you do log on that you want to go ahead and let everybody know where you're at, what you're doing. Let's see if I can get this. It says I'm live. There we go. No, not yet. It's raining here, so I'm not sure how my internet speed's going to be. Well, we'll see. Oh, we will see. Still can't find me. Hopefully you all are not having this issue. Let me see if I can follow my own link here. Hey, there I am. There I am. Oh, hey, Gavin. Sorry. How are you feeling, Angel? I am so sorry you're sick. You do not have to stay for this. I'm going to try. This is a really, really big transfer, so hopefully I can get it all in. I'll have to keep looking over here and making sure I do. But we're going to do this one start to finish. Give it a minute or two and see if more people sign on. Tell you what, I'm a hot mess too, because I didn't realize that it was going to be like 112 out today. It was just so hot. So I pinned my hair back, saying that's it. It's just going to have to be. Let me see if I can share this in my group. Or not. There we go. Share to VIP. Share. All right. You know what? Tell them don't flip out, because I couldn't find it either. I'm like, what in the world? Why can't I find it? But you know, when I shut the last one down that we did, I ended up going to another page. I guess it was my VIP page, and I was scrolling through to look to see how the video posted there. So when I did that, I never came back to this is my business page. I never came back to this page. So I'm like, where's the video? Hey, Mr. Caleb, are you here? I thought Lindsay was going to join us. She may be a few minutes late. I'm not sure what she was doing. But we're going to get started because people can watch it on the replay and not get bored with me talking. Whoever just come in, make sure you say hi. This is the transfer we're doing. If you notice, it has a cut line. Working with a transfer this size is really, really difficult if you're by yourself. So your best bet is to go ahead and cut it. If you don't cut, I'm going to cut the whole thing. I try to keep the backer sheets and then put this on a smaller one, but it's not going to work that way because it's too big. Make sure you say hi when you come in the room. Like to know you're here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut this, and I'll mark the back of both of my transfers so I know which paper goes to what transfer. He said, of course. That's my pie. And this is the ingredients. And that's all you got to do is just mark something so you know which one, just in case they're different sizes, which they are. So I could pick up that other one and try to put it on here and fight with it trying to get it on here, and it won't work. What board I'm using? I am using a board from, this board is from Michaels. It's huge. It's huge. These boards at Michaels, if you go in there, hey Mary, how are you? They're like $48. Guys, don't spend $48 on it. Make sure you're using your 40% off coupons. And also, watch for stuff like this when it's that much, watch for it to be the 40% off coupon, and then usually they'll send out something to your email saying 25% off entire purchase. You can use that too. So I think I ended up paying like $12 for a $48 board. Couldn't beat it. All right, make sure when you do this, you want your top brackets at the top. And I think I'm going to work backwards. I went ahead and waxed this board. I waxed it with the mini wax. It doesn't feel as chalky like a chalkboard would. It's definitely not a chalk couture surface because you could feel the difference. This is like wood with chalkboard paint on it. So you want to be really, really careful. You want to make sure that you fuzz your transfer really, really good because it's going to stick to this. And chances are when you go to pull it up, it may pull the surface up. And you don't want that to happen. All right, I think we're going to work on the bottom first. So I'm going to use my fuzzing cloth. Peel the transfer. Don't pick at the corner. Just roll your finger down. If you roll your finger down, it'll peel it right off. Guys, if you're working with a big transfer and it gets stuck to itself, please do not pull that transfer. Do not stretch it out. Take it immediately over to your sink or into the bathroom and get it wet. I know, Mary, I love Michaels and their coupons. Hobby Lobby has some good deals too. Get it wet and then gently start pulling it apart. You just want to be really, really careful. You don't want to stretch your transfers. Once you stretch them, they're really no good. There is no getting them back to how they were. And I had some really big fuzz balls on my cloth this time. I'm not sure why, but you don't want it, if you're fuzzing it, you don't want the fuzz really in the screen. And I have a big piece there that I'm not going to fight with. Mary, how far are you from West Virginia, from where I'm at? I know you know where I'm at. How far are you from here? See, it's stuck right there, but because I'm fuzzing it and taking the sticky off, and that's what you want to do. You just want to get it fuzzed as good as you can because you do not want it to stretch when you're going to pull it off of here. So I already know, because I laid this out, that I don't want this all the way at the very bottom, but I want it closer to the bottom than the top, because if I want to put a ribbon or something at the top, I want that space. And I'm feeling there's something right there. Now, because this is not a chalk couture board, guys, I'm not going to be able to, most likely will not be able to reuse this. Like I did with my other boards, I was able to wash stuff off. That peeled off nice, so the wax is working. This is going to be another peel up technique. So what I'm going to do is try to do the top half and then work my way down. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Hey guys, make sure when you come in you say hello. I'd like to welcome you. All right, so we're going to start with the apples. I'm going to make them candy apple red, no doubt. Let's see if I can sit down and do this. Halfway through, I'll be standing back up. You always want to make sure that you're stirring your chalk paste. And you want it to be a sour cream consistency. Make sure you get it good and stirred. Sometimes you have a lump at the bottom that you can stir that would absorb some of the liquid. But there you go. That's the consistency. You don't want it really dry, because if you do it really dry, it's going to dry quick here. All right, so I think we're going to go red, red, and then the white for the inside of the apple here, or red at the top, and then white in here and red. And then I'll do 6 apples red. Yeah, with this upper half is going to be red except for this and this. So I am going to move back to, see, I'm going to stand up, to my mini squeegee. You guys know this stuff dries quick, so you have to move quick. I think I'm going to leave that white. I don't know if I have enough time to do this, but I'm going to try. And I just had this out, so this is pretty creamy, guys, so we should be good with that. I was working with my stuff today. I wish I had a not so white, because we already know that apples are not this white. But it'll work. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and peel this back. Just enough to let this section dry before I lay it back down. How cool is that? Can you all see it? It looks nice. Let's lay this down for a minute. I'm just going to use things that I know, that I know it's not going to stick to. Come on. And just let this dry for a few minutes. Now, I can put the heat gun up here. I want to be really careful with the heat gun for the simple fact that if I get it too close to my transfer, it's going to melt it. Okay, and I don't want it to melt my transfer. Most of you know that have been sitting in on these. You can use your transfers from 8, they're saying 8 to 15 times, 8 to 12 times. I've had some in there that I'm probably up to 15 or 16 times. So as long as you take care of them, you rinse them out really well, you fuzz them, you don't get stuff stuck to the back of them, you should be good. I know, and it's probably driving Caleb crazy, Angel, that I'm not going to be, I am using blue, but not his favorite color, blue. All right, so I gave that a few minute or two. Let's see if I can find something that I can lay up here that it's not going to stick back to itself. Yeah, that should work. That should work. You just got to be creative, guys. Be creative. All right. I think that's going to be orange. I think the cinnamon. I'm going to try to do the jar white and try to do the inside of the cinnamon orange, the spoon brown, the cinnamon pieces orange. Can I got white in there? Pink, yellow. All right. I think I'm going to do this blue, all of this white, and this white. So where do I want to go? I think I'll work over here on the spoons. This is where you wonder if you have enough room. All right, so we're going to have the orange. And then the, it's probably the color I probably should have used for the apple is the fawn. It wouldn't have been so white, although it would have looked dried out and old, and who likes a dried out and old apple? Hey, Lindsay. Hi, Anna. Hey, little Bets. I'm gonna, if you all just seen that, I put a couple sprays of water in my paste. This one was getting kind of thick. And that's all you have to do, and then give it a good stir to get it back to the consistency that you need. When you close these up, I don't use orange that much. So when you close them up, if you give it a couple squirts of water after you close it, don't stir it, put the lid on it. Kind of helps keep it from crusting around the sides. All right, so we're going to do orange, orange, brown, white, orange, white. I need more squeegees. All right, so I already know the spoon is going to be fawn, so we'll do that. And I may have to peel it back before we get to the other. We'll see. We will see. Let's do some. Seeing some speckles down here, and I'm guessing it's supposed to be the cinnamon. I don't know. Taking an awful long time, guys. Trying to make sure that I get it up there on my... See if I can be quick enough to get this white on that jar, and then we'll peel back. Now, others have said if you lay a paper towel on there, it helps. Wait a minute, I see your comment. I'll answer it in just a second. I'm worried I'm taking too long. See a piece of orange I didn't get, and then we'll peel. Well, that's cute. Can you all see it? Am I in the camera? Yeah, Mary, Caleb, everything that we do, we were doing Mother's Day and Caleb is yelling for that peacock color. This is cute, guys. This is really cute. You know, and I was thinking that it was going to take a long time for this. I don't know that it is. It's coming out really, really fast. I was trying to see if I can build a barrier here to make it so it doesn't lay back down. The only thing that I'm doing when I do this is just making it so my transfer that has paste on it does not re-stick to this surface. And right now it's gonna. So I'm gonna do what I didn't want to do. I'm not using it a lot. I'm telling you, I used that heat gun and it melted one of my transfers. So I watch when I use it now. All right, I think we might be good to lay that back down. We'll see. All right, and then when I do that, I just want to make sure that I repress any area that came up with that. Like right here, I'm not going to worry about until I get to the bottom. By that time, this will be dry. All right, so let's do this blue and the letters white. We got orange, orange, white, and blue. To my left. Oh. So what can you see? You can't see this. Let me see if I can move my pastes. I don't have one of them big fancy desk guys. Let's see. We got orange. Let's set this by the white. That means I'm going to have to move my coffee, Libby. How's that happen? All right. Let's see if this is any better. And my blue is going to have to go there. Uh-oh. How's that? Let me know if you can see it better. I'll be stirring my blue. Stirring my blue. And again, the blue is really, really thick. Do you see that? So I'm just going to take the water. Give it a couple squirts. Try not to stir it over your project. I did that one time and a big glump fell out and went right on my transfer. Luckily, it was on a chalk couture board. So I was able to take the transfer off, spray water on the board, use our board eraser, wipe it off, and restart the transfer. See how easy that stirred in? Perfect. Oh, loving the hearts, guys. Loving the hearts. All right, so the biggest area is my white. So I think I'll hit my white and then run it over with my blue. You just want to spread it on and wipe it back off. You want to be able to see the letters underneath or the design underneath. That's the screen. Covering the blue is not the objective to this, guys. It's getting your paste inside that silk screen. Then you want to take it off and put it back in your jar because you can reuse it. All right, let's go blue. Go blue. Make sure it's pressed down good. We don't want any blue. I wish I had the royal blue or the darker blue, but I don't. Hey, Lindsay, how did Ariana do on her garden today? I'm putting it on and taking it off, guys. Uh-oh, lost my blue lid. I'm gonna tidy up this white a little bit. I got too many lines in it. I don't like seeing the lines. I'm gonna peel this back. I could feel it getting dry on me. Can you see it? I can't wait to do the pie at the top. We're gonna have to get creative with the pie at the top because the only color I have is that, what color is that? The color that I used on the spoon, and that's kind of, well, it's kind of pie-ish, pie crust-ish. The only thing we have left to do down here is the directions at the bottom and the little dots, and I think we'll do the dots in orange. Well, welcome back. Mary, yes, you can. Paste with paste, inks with inks. So if there's a color, if I wanted a green, like I had greens up there, if I wanted a different shade of green, the only thing I would do is I would not mix it in the jar because you don't want to have that whole jar that color unless you really want that whole jar that color. But we have 33 colors of paste. So most likely we have the paste you need, but if you're in the middle of the project and say that I needed, well, just say that I needed the apple, the green for the apple. I could have used my real light green and my dark green and just mixed a couple colors. After you mix it, you really can't wipe it back into a jar, so you kind of want to watch when you mix it not to mix a whole lot because you don't want to waste it. Let this dry for a minute and then we'll lay it back down. Let's see. All right, I got this. So I can do this and this orange, but until that blue is dry, I can't do it. I can't do it. So we just have to wait. Y'all have any questions? Did she love it? Oh, that's too cool. Thanks, Libby. This one sat in my closet, and I knew that I had to do it. I just had to do it. I mean, I kept watching it and watching it going, I should do that live. And the best part about doing live like this is people can see that the big transfers, although they look intimidating, they're not. That apple up there is still not dry, so I'm thinking the wax has a little bit to do with that. And the blue is not drying right, or not drying quickly. I'm still not gonna, I'm not happy with using my heat gun. Wait until we get to the pie part on top. That's going to be fun. I think that'll be really fun. I'll have to take this with me to, I have an event on Mother's Day. Matter of fact, in Martinsburg, if anybody's local. A friend of mine has a little country store up there, and she's setting up vendors and stuff for a Mother's Day extravaganza. And she asked me to join in it, so it ought to be really, really fun. All right, I'm going to try not to let this blue lay down hard, and I'm going to see if I can do my oranges real quick. And anytime that I rush it like this, I end up screwing it up, so don't be surprised. Too cute. Words at the bottom, guys, and we're done with this part of the transfer. And the only thing I'm going to do is I'll fold it against itself and set it over here in this little bucket of water that I have in order to keep it moist until I can clean it. And I'll clean it after we're done with the live. I wish I could turn this board so big. I can't turn it to show you all that I'll do the bottom. Let me just go ahead and sorry, I didn't realize that this whole thing was going to be in the way. Probably could have let it dry. And just make sure you're pulling it straight up. How's that? And then this is the side that I put the paste on. You're going to fold it together. Don't fold sticky side to sticky side, or you'll be running to the bathroom trying to get it unstuck. And I just have a little dish pan over here that you would wash dishes in, that I just push it down and get it all underneath the water. And that way it keeps it wet until I'm ready to clean it. This turned out nice, guys, except for that water that I just dripped on it. I'll hold it up so you can see it. What do you think? Hey, Aunt Dot, you made it! All right, this one I'm going to do upside down, because if not, you all are going to be looking at the top of my head as I do it. I just got to remember to put it on upside down. So here is the apple pie. This is the top part. And we're going to put this up in here. Going to kind of give it about the same amount of space as I did down there. I want to be able to put something up here if I wanted to. You know what would be cute up there is, you know, them dried apple, what are they called? Dried apple, apples on a string. I don't know what you call them. Garland. Sorry. Drew a blank. All right, you want to peel it off. Don't let it stick to itself, guys, or we'll be running to the bathroom. Can you all see that silk screen? That's a lot of silk screen right there. That is a lot. We want to go ahead and make sure that we're fuzzing it. And it may be easier. Some people, our fuzzing towels are just this big. Some people are buying the dish drying mats. You know those little quilted mats, almost like this one I have down here, but they're bigger. They're rounded corners. They're buying those for your bigger transfers, which might work out a little bit better than this. It's working, but I mean, all right, here we go. Got to do it upside down, right? Upside down. So I'm going to get it where I need it. Try to line it up. I am not one of those perfectionists that will stand here with the ruler and pull it up and push it down. I mean, I kind of eyeball it. All right. My thought is doing apple pie red, the ribbon blue, and then the pie crust, that fawn color. I should be able to do it all in one so we don't have to sit and wait. We'll see. Got to move up to my bigger squeegees though. My blue has a little one. My fawn is big. We're good. Let me move my other colors out of the way because I'll be working fast. All right. So let me go blue because that seemed like it took the longest. That and the red just took forever to dry down there. So you're just going to spread it on. Take off as much as you can. You don't want it mixing in with your, like it's probably going to do because I got too close. Now we have a squeegee that gets into tight places. Oh, my blue lid. All right, let's go red. I'm going to go red. Go big or go home, guys. I'm just scraping, taking all my excess back off. Make sure you get that line out of there. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to go with the apple pie. Here it goes. I see my blue drying. Now, if I pull this up and my blue pulls up because it dried in my screen, I will rinse my transfer off. I'll give it a little time, and then I'll lay the transfer back down. And just lay it back over top the blue. But I will wax it before I lay it over top of it. So make sure that you're going to wax it because it's almost like you're layering it. I wish I was one of those people. I watch people all the time. They sit down and they're so relaxed doing this. I'm all over the place. I'm just all over the place. All right, I want to try to start taking some of this excess off before it dries. Think we got it. Oh my goodness! You guys, are you seeing that? He fell asleep again. What are we going to do with him? I need to start having these things at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, guys, this one is done. Tell me what you think. What, Lindsay? He called about 2 for 5 fish. He must be stopping at McDonald's, huh? What do you guys think? Thoughts? Now, what should I add to the top if I were to sell this? If you were to see this, what would make you want to buy it? This is adorable. Imagine that hanging in the kitchen. How cute would that be, guys? Did I lose you all? You all are really, really quiet. Really quiet. Aunt Dot, isn't that nice? It turned out really good. Hey, I got a couple of the, oh, say, can you see? What is it? I forget what the transfer is called. I got it. I'm waiting because I need the blue. I need the right blue for the Americana colors to do that one. But let me tell you. Hi, Lacey. How are you? I got a huge board to put it on, and I can't wait. But, yeah, as soon as I order those, and then I'm going to order a couple other colors. I mean, as you can see, I'm kind of getting pretty good with all of my colors up there. I'm starting to do refills, like this red. I ended up having to order another one, so I put the old one in here, and now it's really full. Isn't that pretty, Lindsay? Oh, he wanted to know if they still had that deal. All right, guys, do you have any questions? Is there anything that I can help you with? We're starting, if you look on my website, under Couture Club, they are starting offer in May that there's several transfer that if you're part of the club, which is that $19.99 and you get a transfer and paste. If you're part of that club, you get 30% off of certain transfers, which is really neat. Lacey, this is a fun transfer. It definitely is a fun transfer. Wasn't as challenging as I thought it would be. But I think it turned out wonderful. And guys, if you do it and you see little spots in it, don't fix that. There is not a picture that, like when I go to Kirkland's or I go to Hobby Lobby or anywhere, that is 100% perfect. That is the unique part of doing this stuff, is that nobody's is the same. Everybody could choose that same color scheme that I did, but something is going to be different on theirs as opposed to what's on mine. Mine is going to be how my apple kind of faded in, and the white parts in my apple cores. You know, and then the frame, nobody's going to put theirs on the same frame. So, you know, it's all going to be different. So even if you decide to be a designer, you're thinking, oh, there's a designer in my area. They're not going to create everything the same way that you do. So just make sure you keep that in mind whenever you're doing that. Yeah, see up here I see my apple pie peeled back a little bit. I'm not going to fix it. I think it's perfect. I like the way that it did it. So I'm not going to do anything with it. I think this is good to go. I'm going to put a price tag on it and may put something up across the top and be good with it. No questions? If there's no questions, I'm going to call it a night and jump over and start cleaning my transfers off. I closed up most of my paste and have one transfer in water and one sitting over here because I think I'm going to take them to the bathtub. If you all have big transfers and you want to clean them off, the bathtub is wonderful. You just take and make sure that you wet your bathtub, the sides of your bathtub, wet the back, the sticky side of your transfer under the faucet, stick it to the bathtub, wipe it all down, and then you can take it and lay it out to dry. So it works really nice in the bathroom. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and close it down if you all have no questions. And those of you who will be watching this on the replay, make sure when you watch it, you write replay down there so that I know that you watched it on a replay. And then also, if you have any questions, make sure that you post it below, and I'll check periodically to see if there's questions asked and try to get back to you. Anyhow, guys, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you, let's do Thursday at 7 o'clock. Thursday at 7 o'clock, and I will update you on what we're going to be doing. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.